is a good idea, I find. What is bulky is here, what is not is here.
You can do everything now in the electronic form. So
Your Lordship's example, Lord, I hope is followed by every High Court, Lord, because I am coming from a High Court where we are struggling still with digitization.
It's all in the mind, actually. Judges just have to look at my colleagues, such senior colleagues, who were here in the
Lord, I am
Supreme Court.
Full of admiration for your Lordships, Lord. It's amazing. It's amazing.
One of the selling point of the Chief Justice is that if you use a digital device, you will, as you use more and more, you will look younger and younger.
Lord, it has taken effect, Lord, evidently. But my Lord, not only that, my Lord,
Incentive, Lord, that's the incentive.
but not only that, my Lord, I as a Lord infrequent visitor to the Supreme Court, my Lord, the transcription is brilliant. My Lord, the video conference system is absolutely
Yesterday
brilliant.
you argued for such a long time post lunch.
But it is absolutely brilliant.
There was not even a moment where we felt we had lost the voice, or that we are not able to follow what you are saying.
Lord, it is absolutely brilliant, and because this is a national court and people have difficulty traveling to the court, the cost expense mod, it is a wonderful initiative. Lord, long may it continue.
That more and more lawyers from the High Court will have access to digital courts, so that
It should be so, my Lord, and I'm sure your Lordships are aware, my Lord, that in
remote areas also people coming from remote districts.
internet is available now almost everywhere.
Not just the significant constitutional cases, but simple cases involving citizens.
Lord, it's a remarkable movement forward.
In fact, what we have now done, I can share with you. I mean, for those who are tech geeks, that we are now we are migrating all our services into what is called the Meghraj Cloud 2.0, which is the cloud infrastructure created by the National Informatics Center. So we've already migrated most of the applications of the Supreme Court and of the e-courts project also. Almost 200 VMs have been migrated. So with the cloud infrastructure now, all courts can really go online. Earlier we had some limitations because of the capacity, which all of us have now moved into the cloud infrastructure. And these are managed services. You don't have to maintain a building. You don't have to maintain, whole team of a cadre of technical personnel.
Of course,
It's all managed for you, and the data is all preserved on servers in India. There's no problem of data going outside India.
Not the only suggestion that I would make, because I know your Lordship is at the forefront of this, Lord, is uniformity. Your Lordship system is so perfected. Lord, I wonder why other courts don't adopt the uniform system and the tribunals don't adopt it also.
In fact, I've got a matter where I've issued notice, appointed, I think, 2 or 3 amicus. And that should come up probably once before we close for the vacation, just to monitor what the high courts will be doing. Some high courts, for instance, said, if you want to have video conferencing links, you must tell us 48 hours in advance. Some high court said, you can get a video conferencing link only if you are above the age of 60. We had to pass a judicial order that what's this? Why you and the link should be in the cause list. Why should you apply 2 days in advance for a link? And why should we tell people that you would be only if you're a senior citizen you will get a link? It's agnostic to age. Technology has nothing to do with age. So we're monitoring it and passing some.
But I feel a few words from your Lordship will iron out a lot of creases at the High Court level, because of course my experience is actually at the High Court level.
Also, it was, Mr. Anjarjan, it was a question of creating infrastructure. Now what has happened fortunately was that government has sanctioned a budget of actually 7,000 crores for phase 3 of the e-courts project.
Madam.
And we've got the high courts also now on the e-courts project. And between November and now, 31st of March, we had to expend about 850 crores, which was the first tranche, which was meant that we're creating infrastructure for the high courts and the district judiciary. So high courts spent almost 94% of that amount. So hopefully with that now the infrastructure in the high courts will really be upgraded, so that these problems which they faced in sort of having a robust IT infrastructure will now disappear completely.
I hope it all works out. It's a wonderful.
Lord, I have also taken instruction from the government so far as our role is concerned. And there is a direction from the Honorable Prime Minister to give first priority to digitization, because access to justice to the common man is possible only when there is a digitization. He may not have to travel all the way to the High Court or to the tribunal, as my learned friend says, and he can access lawyers, local lawyers, those who are practicing in the district courts. But also that's the priority of the government too.
Simple things like, for criminal trials. Trials don't have to be adjourned because the IO is now posted or transferred elsewhere. So we are ensuring that, we'll have video conference equipment in the, not only in the district courts, but in the jails, enhancement of that equipment, in the forensic science laboratories, in the hospitals. So where medical evidence is to be given, why does the doctor has to come to
The court.
the court to prove a dying declaration? The doctor is there. I mean, and imagine what a loss of productive time for medical personnel who have to travel in large states to the center of the.
Lord, I don't wish to go into that, but the new law also, Lord, takes care of that. Lord, that electronic evidence, Lord, would be electronic in the sense that a deposition given electronically would be treated as an evidence, valid evidence.
We're moving very rapidly by pushing the high courts to upgrade their infrastructure. And the financial backing is there. I mean, otherwise, what happens is there are state governments who are good with finances. Other state governments don't give even a farthing to the judiciary for IT and so it's now money goes straight from the government of India through the committee of the Supreme Court to the High Court. So there's no issue of of the money not being actually allocated by the state governments.
No, it has been a huge improvement, Lord, with regard to the access to justice also for many people.
Yes,
Lord, if your lordships
Yes,
all
please.
have the note now, Lord. Lord, I have just formulated the question